What if one of history's most violent men wasn't driven only by ideology, but by fear, shame, and a deeply broken relationship with his own body? Sounds like a cheap joke, right? But stay with me, because this question isn't about ridicule. It's about how biology, psychology, and power can collide in dangerous ways. Now let's be clear from the start. There is no single cause for Hitler's hatred. No gene, no organ, no medical condition that created Nazism. But history leaves us with something more unsettling. Multiple independent records suggest Hitler had serious sexual and reproductive abnormalities. Medical reports from prison describe right-sided cryptorchidism, an undescended testicle. Later testimonies and intelligence files point to very low libido, avoidance of sex, and possible genital malformations like hypospadias, a condition often linked to reduced testosterone. And here's where things get interesting. Hitler was obsessively afraid of sexually transmitted diseases, especially syphilis. He wrote obsessively about it. He described it as a racial poison. He associated it with moral decay and degenerate groups. Whether he ever had syphilis is still debated, but his fear of contamination, his hypochondria, and his fixation on bodily purity are beyond doubt. Psychology tells us something important here. Chronic sexual insecurity, especially when mixed with hormonal imbalance, can fuel control obsession, compensatory aggression, and hyper-masculine ideology. When personal inadequacy can't be resolved internally, it's often projected outward, not inward reflection, outward enemies. Add to this a rigid worldview, social collapse after World War I, and a political system that rewarded rage, certainty, and absolutism. And suddenly, biology isn't the cause, but it may be fuel. Still, here's the crucial warning. Millions of men live with sexual health conditions, hormonal disorders, or infertility. They do not become genocidal dictators. They do not build death camps. So no, Hitler was not evil because of a micropenis. That idea is not only wrong, it's dangerous. But understanding how personal pathology, biological vulnerability, and unchecked power interacted helps us see something far more important. Monsters are not born from one flaw. They are built, slowly, when fear is validated, hatred is rewarded, and power removes all brakes. And history doesn't need another myth, it needs better questions.